Thank you for tuning into our seller interview series. Up today, we've got an Amazon FBA business for sale in the travel niche. Created in September 2015, this business makes $5,134 per month in net profit, and the listing number for the site is 43825. We do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the sites they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the sellers with us today to go through the business and cover everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Frank and Jay, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing good, Jake. How are you?
Doing well. Where are you guys calling in from today?
I'm located in Chicago, and then Frank is in Arizona, Lake Havasu.
I'm in Florida. There's a chance I might be in Arizona, living next year. We'll see how everything goes. Anyway, before we dive into the questions I have for you guys, I want to run through a quick summary of the business. Again, it was built in September of 2015, has a monthly revenue of $13,315, expenses of $8,182 to make for a net profit of $5,134, which is built on a 12-month average. Included in the sale of this business are the Amazon product listing, a list of potential sites for outreach, an email list of about 300 subscribers, and a Facebook page. Inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active depositors. Can you guys tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yeah, so I'll go first. I started probably about 7-8 years ago. I first got into PPC, like Google AdWords, quickly discovered that wasn't really what I wanted to do. And then I did SEO and affiliate marketing for the next 7-ish years. Built up a lot of different sites. I ended up selling off one of my biggest ones last year for a nice 6-figure sum. And, I always wanted to get into Amazon and specifically FBA as, once it started getting bigger. So I just took basically all the profits from that sale, dumped it into 2 FBA businesses that I actually bought from Empire Flippers. And that was last November. And then since then, Frank and I have just been focused on pretty much exclusively Amazon businesses.
So you said that you wanted to get into the Amazon business game. And you told me before the call that this is not a business that you started. This is a business that you purchased a year ago. So if you purchased
Correct.
This business because you wanted to be in the Amazon game, why are you selling it now?
Well, a couple of reasons. One, for me personally, I've always kind of liked the buy and sell model as far as, buying something, improving it, and then just selling it for a profit and then turning it into, or, putting it back into another investment. I just get, my personality, I just get bored kind of running things for too long, the same thing. The other reason is just because that's the way we feel that we're going to grow the best. We've taken this and we've pretty much tripled the value in a year. So if we can take all of that money and do the exact same thing, by this time next year, we're going to have a lot more money to play with and, just more business we can buy into.
So when you purchased it, it was approximately making about a third of what it's making now.
Yes, that's correct.
How did you grow it? What tactics did you use? Did anything go well? What didn't go well?
Yeah, we did have our ups and downs like any business. I'd say one of the first things that Frank and I did was, and it was actually super simple, was just negotiating a better price with the supplier. I think we ended up getting, and Frank, you can correct me, maybe $1 or so off per unit, which obviously, saves on cost of goods. And then if you're selling, hypothetically $1,000 a month, well, there's an extra $1,000 in profit every single month that you're making. We cut down on the shipping costs. We try to do sea whenever we can as opposed to air, which I think the previous owner was doing. What else? We raised the price a little bit. The previous owner didn't seem like he messed around too much with the price point. So we found kind of what we feel is the sweet spot there. Got more reviews. I mean, we pretty much revamped the entire business. But it was just like the little things that were overlooked that we changed around, and that made a big difference.
Yeah, we also added a couple of variations. We launched in the European marketplace. We definitely optimized the listing more. We did a lot, in my opinion, to actually get this thing to.
Yeah, new photos, got it. The ranking a little bit better. Yeah, we did a lot of different things there to improve upon it.
Frank, you said that you guys brought it to the European market. What country specifically? Like all of Europe?
Yeah, so we got it into the UK FBA warehouse, and it's enabled in, I think, 4 of the 5 platforms, or 3 of the 5 platforms. Germany, for some reason, it's not there yet. But, I mean, it's basically just, we got it ranked in the UK. We got the reviews in the UK. I think we have 25 reviews. Basically just did some sort of giveaway over there, got rank and set it and forget it. We do have other things going on, but that was something that actually was pretty quick to start bringing more revenue in.
Do you feel like potential big opportunity for even more growth for someone new taking this over would be to expand into the other markets like Germany?
Oh, absolutely. Especially because it's just going to become enabling the listings and doing some back end stuff with Amazon just to open it up to those platforms that we have not had the time to do. But as far as even in the UK, I think there's plenty of room to grow there just by getting more reviews and being proactive to get it ranked better. I think we're ranked around like the 10 spot, and it's making consistent sales. So if it can get to the top 3 using some of the web tools we have, I mean, it shows a lot of revenue in those top 3 to 5 spots. So I think there's definitely a lot of potential growth right there.
With the business, you're getting a Facebook page as well as an email list with about 300 subscribers, we said. So how much have you been doing with social media marketing and email marketing?
We actually haven't really done anything with it, believe it or not. We have the page. The page came with the sale when we bought it from you guys. It still gets, likes pretty, I'd say like daily, there's new people that are liking the page, but we don't really post much on it. And then as far as the email list, we have that. It's people sign up to get our warranty and our theft protection guarantee with it, but we haven't actually tried to market to them at all, which is another area that we definitely could focus on to increase revenue. It's just that email marketing has never been really my strong suit and even really an interest of mine. So the list is there for the buyer, and I'm sure they could. It's a very highly targeted list, so they could make use of it.
Do you feel like this is a product and types of products that are... Oh, also, how many different SKUs do you have?
3, right? We have, 3 different colors right now.
So 3 different SKUs. Do you think that these different SKUs are the type of products that are available or, I guess, accessible to recurring buyers?
Not this particular product itself, because it's one of those things you buy. It's a travel product that will last them a while. It's not something that they use every day. It's pretty much just for, most people probably just use it on vacation. You could use it for daily living, but
yeah, we do have customers that do use them on a daily basis as well. But I don't think, as Jay, I'm not sure that too many people reoccur to buy the same exact product.
So is there any time of the year where, you said it's a common travel product, is there any time of the year where you see a peak in sales, whether it be in the summertime or the wintertime?
Yeah, based on our previous 12 months, the summer definitely spiked over the other months. The good thing, I wouldn't say it's entirely seasonal, because the revenue it doesn't completely drop off or anything like that, as you can see in the P&L, but the summer is the strongest month for sure. Months, definitely.
Spring to summer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking at the chart right now. You see a spike in March and April, a dip in May, and then a huge spike in June.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
Yeah, June, July, and then August all were very solid months for us.
So some of the opportunities for growth that we've already outlined, expanding into other markets like Germany and some of the other markets you're not in, as well as social media marketing and email marketing. Are there any other big opportunities for growth that you guys see available, like perhaps blogging or something like that?
Yeah, I'll start out and then Frank can jump in, because I know he has some ideas too. But a few of the things so you mentioned blogging, that is something that we briefly explored, basically reaching out to affiliates or people with, travel sites to get them to promote the product. And the travel industry is huge, so there's no shortage of blogs out there that you could contact. And we do have a decent list put together. The other thing that we would consider is just coming out with new variations of it. But yeah, it's an item that people wear, and some of them ask for a larger size. So that would be another opportunity, I would say. And then Frank can go ahead and, if he has some ideas, throw those in too.
You pretty much took the good ones, man.
Yeah, that's what we would focus on if we were to keep the business, for sure.
The business is currently, it's obviously an Amazon FBA business. Can you just briefly explain how the Amazon FBA model works for someone who's unfamiliar with it?
Yeah, so the cool thing about it is that Amazon literally handles everything for you. All we do is we order the products from our supplier. They ship it directly to Amazon's warehouse. Amazon receives it, stocks it. They receive the order, they ship it out for us. If there's any returns, exchanges, Amazon handles it. It's just a very, very hands-off process. We never even really touch the items ourselves, which makes it nice for us.
Do you guys place the order, or does the order go directly from Amazon to the supplier?
We place our orders with our supplier based off of, we like to keep about 2.5 months of inventory in our Amazon warehouse. So when we start to see that inventory is, running to that 2.5-2 month mark, we'll place our order because it takes about 2 months to get that order placed, created, and then shipped to Amazon by sea. So that's all. We take care of all that.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys mentioned before that when you purchased the business, they were shipping by air, and then, as you just said, you're now shipping by sea, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, we were able to get ahead of our inventory. One of the previous owner was having some capital problems where they couldn't really buy in bulk, and they would go out of stock. So whenever they would go out of stock, they would have to, as soon as they got enough money to get the order, they would have to place it, and then, they would have to airship because they didn't have the convenience of getting it taken care of to rush and get their stuff back on the shelves. So when we took over, we placed a very big order and negotiated with the supplier that really helped our margins. And then we were able to sea ship part of that huge order because we did need stock right away. And then we let the rest come by the boat, which was much cheaper for us. And the previous owner did not have the capital to make that happen, which really helped our margins.
So when growing the business, obviously that takes a little bit more time and effort. But you guys have already done the things like negotiate with the supplier and the shippers to get better deals on that, like you were just talking about. So how much work are you guys currently putting into the business week to week?
I would say very little at this point because of the fact that it is so hands off. Like you said, the price negotiated, we're ahead on our stock. It's essentially just, we do get random, I said before, Amazon handles all the customer service. Occasionally we will get a message from buyers, for example, what size does this fit? Is it available in other colors? Whatever, just be any random thing. But we get maybe less than 10 of those emails a week, I would say. So yeah, maybe an hour a week at most.
An hour a week. And does that only entail ordering the products and responding to customer emails?
For the most part, yeah. We were trying to do a little bit with PPC. We turned it off recently just because it wasn't as profitable for us anymore, but that's something that the new owner could decide to do if they want to. Like, there's definitely money to be made with PPC. It's just something that, we haven't really felt like messing with for this product recently. But even if you add that into it, I'd still say barely more than an hour a week because you're just kind of keeping an eye on that and tweaking bids and stuff like that. It's nothing really work intensive.
Can you explain the PPC and why did you shut it off?
Well, the clicks recently started getting more expensive. I'm not sure exactly why they went up, but it went from us making money to losing money. There's a very fine line. You got to pay attention to like the ACoS, which is essentially, your return on investment on PPC. And yeah, it's just one of those things where, I don't know, we have so many other products that we're working on at the moment and kind of digging into just this one. We haven't really had the time to do it. So it's just easier to turn it off instead of worrying about losing money on it.
Are there any special skills that a new owner would need to learn or be taught by you guys to be able to either run any of the stuff that we've already talked about or just work in this niche?
No, I don't think any special skills. That's a thing. When we bought it, we didn't have any FBA experience whatsoever. Like, we did have a little bit of internet experience, but it didn't necessarily carry over to FBA. And that was why actually we wanted to buy one, was to cut that learning curve out. So it was very simple. We took over and we learned it within, I'd say, a week at most. We were very, very familiar with what had to be done and, Amazon's back end and whatnot.
And are you willing to walk through that process with the new owner just in case they're not familiar with it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll have our, they get our Skype info, email address, and we'll fully get them up to speed on everything. And even if they have questions down the line, they want to hit us up, that's perfectly fine. We're always here to help out.
Are there any risks associated with this business that you feel a buyer should be aware of?
Well, yeah, there's a risk with any business. There's always, Amazon can change their ranking algorithm around. If you break their terms, they can, suspend accounts. Like, things like that do happen. Obviously, if you're following the rules and doing things the right way, there's a very, very low probability of that happening. But I would say for the most part, the risk is minimized. Like, we've done things the right way. The business has a lot of history behind it. Amazon accounts in good standing. So it's, as far as a lot of businesses go, I'd say, I've ran several different kinds. This is one of the lowest risk ones for me personally.
And as you said, it's very hands off. So it's low risk because you're not really doing much to be able to mess up.
Yeah, exactly. The people that get their accounts banned are doing stupid stuff on Amazon, like buying a ton of fake reviews or, reviewing products themselves and just doing things that you're not supposed to do that anyone with common sense would avoid. So I wouldn't worry about that. I just mention it for completeness. I don't want to say like there's zero risk whatsoever because it does depend on the buyer and what they end up doing. But yeah, we haven't ran into any issues and I can't see any reason why someone would.
Would you commit to a non-compete?
Yeah. Well, for this product, yes, not for the entire travel niche.
Okay. And obviously what you're looking for is someone to come along and offer you 100% cash offer of what you're looking for. But if that didn't happen, would you guys be open to negotiations about other payment methods, like for instance, an earnout?
Yeah, it's something that we would consider. Obviously, the cash offer is going to be stronger. So if we have a couple people putting in offers and one person comes with cash and another one wants an earnout, we're definitely going to take the cash one. But it's something that we will consider on an individual case basis, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you're open to negotiating, looking forward to hearing deal offers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We welcome any offer that people are willing to make.
I have one final question for you guys, and thank you for taking the time and coordinating all three of us to hop on this call. I really appreciate it. Before I get to that question, though, I would like to run through the quick summary of the business again.
Okay.
It was built in September of 2015, has a monthly revenue of $13,315, expenses of $8,182 to make for a net profit of $5,134, which is built on a 12-month average. Included in the sale of this business are the Amazon product listing, a list of potential sites for outreach, an email list of about 300 subscribers, and a Facebook page. Inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active depositors. Frank and Jay, thank you guys for taking the time. Before you go, give us your best 30-second pitch on why someone should purchase this business.
Well, I would say that it's been a very good business for us, and we don't feel like we've completely gotten it to its full potential. There's still room, for example, to increase rankings on Amazon. We hover between, the rankings have been bouncing around recently, but we're usually around, I'd say like the 5 to 6 spot. So if you could take the top 3 and you could run, once the people find out the product, they can run the tools and see the exact revenue there, but they can grow it by a very, very nice amount just by increasing their ranking. There's room, like we said, with social media, with email, with blog outreach, with finding maybe Instagram influence. There's so much stuff that we have not done with this business. And even with barely working on it, like I said, an hour a week tops, it's still averaging over 5K a month. There's, I'm not going to throw an exact number on it, but I think that if someone wants to put the work in, they could grow it to a very, very decent income.
Frank, you got anything to add?
Yeah, I just think that there's plenty of room to grow this thing on the other marketplaces as well. You could definitely, I see it as a great opportunity. Like Jay said, the rankings, we haven't even cracked the top 3, which we know there's plenty of money there. There's more variations that you can come out with. Every time we came out with a variation, it added close to $1,000 in profit to our bottom line each month. The influencers, yeah, there's just tons of opportunities to grow this if you're willing to put in the time.
And it doesn't hurt that this business has a very strong foundation.
Right.
As you guys have said, you guys have done the growth, you've negotiated good prices, your margins are good, and this business only has room to grow.
Absolutely. We've got a ton of reviews. We've got great reviews on the product. We have a few options for people, so we definitely, get a good audience that wants our product. Yeah, the listings really optimized. We rank for, the most searched for keywords. I think we're leaving it for somebody that's willing to put the time in. I think we're setting them up to really take this thing to the next level.
Well, I really feel like this has a very strong foundation. You guys put in a little time into it, and you're still collecting a very good paycheck on it month to month. And like we've talked about, there are plenty of opportunities for growth. And I really hope that you guys find the right person to come in and grow it to where this business can go.
Yeah, we do too.
That's the plan.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to get out here. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jake.
If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you want more information, the link will be below the video that will take you to this marketplace listing. If you're watching this on the listing site and want more information, become a depositor today. All you have to do is click the button, make a deposit, and you'll be given everything you need to review this business. Have a great day.